few days after, how do you summarize what happened in the north?
It did happen, and I am afraid it might happen again. Next year we should prepare ourselves better. All in all, it was mainly a show, and they gained some points, no doubt about it, the Palestinians and also the Syrian authorities, the Syrian regime. Israel was embarrassed. It shouldn't have happened. We should have prepared ourselves better, but, well, it happened, and we'll have to live with it.
Now, what was the goal? Was it a protest? Was it maybe even trying to attack?
I would argue, a protest. Of course, what they have in their mind is, in the long run, they would like us to leave. They would like to come and to replace us here. But when we look at this incident, of course, it was mainly a show. The idea behind it was, to score some points and to embarrass Israel, to cause some damage, and I guess they got what they wanted. I mean, it was quite clear when you look at the Arab media, the satellites, the internet. Everybody prepare himself in the Arab street toward this day, the Nakba Day, the so-called Nakba Day. There is also a mood and atmosphere in the Arab world of I would define it as yes, we can. I mean, we were able to topple Mubarak. We were able to get rid of Gaddafi. So the border fence between Israel and Syria, it's something not as difficult as this one, and we can do it. And the combination between the propaganda and the mobilization of the street toward the Nakba Day, and at the same time this atmosphere of yes, we can. That's resulted the incidents along the border in the north this last Sunday.
Now you follow the Arab media, especially in the north. Were you surprised? Was Israel surprised?
Yes, no doubt about it. That what we had in mind was, more of the same. That for example, when we speak about the Golan Heights, from time to time there are small demonstrations, low scale, of Druze. Syrian Druze protesting, demonstrating, shouting, against Israel, and afterwards it calmed down, and that's the end of it. That's, I think, what we had in mind when we heard about, these preparations. I guess that the army, maybe the Israeli government, what it had in mind was that, we are supposed to see some sort of a protest, but not more than that. And we caught by surprise.
Now, you've said to us in the past that the Syrian border, although there's no peace accord, is one of the most peaceful borders. How do you see the situation nowadays?
Well, Syria sent us several weeks ago a clear message. I mean, I think that the cousin of Bashar al-Assad, Rami Makhlouf, is very close to Bashar. He gave an interview to the New York Times, and he argued that, the stability in Syria connected to the stability in Israel. This is to say, if the regime in Syria is stable, there will be stability in Israel. If not, the opposite. And I think that what we witnessed was some sort of realization of this threat or this signal, in the sense that, the Syrian regime was very stable, and because it was strong and stable, it was able to maintain the border very quiet. But now Syria is not as stable as it was, and it might affect the border as well, and we should prepare ourselves to, more incidents along this border, maybe Syrian effort to escalate the situation once the Syrian regime is pushed to the corner. That's what we should expect.
Should Israel be supporting Assad?
Well, Israel is supporting Assad. I think that Syria was left with two main supporters. I mean, Turkey abandoned Syria, the Gulf states abandoned Syria, the Arab world abandoned Bashar al-Assad, the radical Islamist movement abandoned Bashar al-Assad. He was left with two supporters, the United States. Let me remind you, Hillary Clinton, who defined Bashar as a reformer, and Israel, who believe that the devil we know is much better than, all the other options or alternatives. He maintained the border quiet, so we should, not help him, but do not put any pressure on him.